And hello, everyone, and welcome back to Cyrus Webb and Friends here on Amazon Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us today. We're excited to welcome my co-hosts joining us today, Tanya White, we have Chanel Coleman-Wesley, and Kate Thurman. Today, we're welcoming a very special guest who's gearing up for the release of her brand new album, her first in a decade, One of One. I'm talking about the one and only MC Lyte. She won't remember this, but I first got a chance to interview MC Lyte in 2016, my very first trip to Los Angeles. Had a chance to be a part of her event where she was honoring two other great artists, Kelly Price and Estelle. I want to talk to her not only about her musical journey, but also what it's been like for her to do when it comes to music, and also sharing the new music from One of One with some great features. For those joining us on Amazon, you all will see the music here in our carousel. You also will probably see some of your favorite albums from MC Lyte as well. We also will remind you how you guys can stay connected with her too. But MC Lyte, thank you so much for being with us. Really appreciate the time today.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the platform. Good morning, everyone.
Good
Look,
morning.
we're excited to be able to have you. And I want to start off before I turn it over to the ladies, MC Lyte, just to talk about the impact, because I've been watching you doing the interviews and checking out your posts. I mean, this is something that a lot of people have been looking forward to. What has it been like for you to see the excitement around the new project One of One?
It feels great. We keep some of the crew were looking at it as a delayed pregnancy. This album was supposed to come out in June, then July, then August. I think the last date was August 9th. Then it was September 10th or something to that effect. And we said, okay, we're going to make this happen on the 20th. And so I'm excited that we're finally here.
Love that. We're going to talk more about it, MC Lyte, and of course, remind our audience how they can be able to support the music, but also stay connected with you. I'm going to turn it over to Tanya White with our first series of questions. Tanya, it's all up to you.
Hello, the icon trailblazer, my divine nine sister.
Yes.
You know, I'm 1913, you 1922, but
right.
we have been all waiting. Listen, we grew up together. We same decade, 1970. Happy early birthday. But you are an icon, and you not only for your solo hits, but your amazing collaborations. And I listened to some of the new stuff, Woman, King. What is the creative process for you to choose who I'm gonna collaborate with? Because I'm telling y'all, if y'all better get these this King and Woman, some iconic hip-hop artists as well as on here. How do you choose, MC Lyte?
Thank you. Thank you so much for that question. You know what? It all depends. Usually a song will not only tell me what to say, but it also tell me who else needs to be on it. And it just so happens that Raheem was in town, and Kane and I had already said we were going to work on some things in the studio. So we were in the studio, and Raheem, he called and said, "What's going on?" I said, "We're in the studio. Come on through." So he came on through, and we spent the whole afternoon just creating and listening to different songs. As a matter of fact, we did about 3 other songs.
Oh, wow.
With all of us on it, with Kane and Raheem on each of those songs. And then also a little while later, I got a chance to talk with Salt. I let her know. She knows, I'm such a fan of Salt and Pepper. She knew I wanted to work with her. And she said, okay, I'll come to the studio. And so when she got there, we played her what we had already put down. And she said, okay, I want to get down on that one. And so that was pretty easy.
Goddamn, too.
Yeah, that was pretty easy. And then with King, La and I knew that we wanted to do something together. And I literally called her up that day and I said, hey, we're going to be in the studio not too far from where you live from about 12 p.m. to 12 a.m., come through. And she slid on through at about 11:32 that night.
Yeah.
And blessed us with that hook. Yeah, so it depends, it's varying ways that it happens.
So it's just a creative process, and you listen. It's apparent that you listen to your spirit and get discernment about who and should be on that. Listen, y'all got to listen to it. Now, for fans like me, if you can tell, I'm fangirling now. MC Lyte, grew up with you. Cha. We at the same age. So what can we in this group of 50 and over, because you have evolved. Each time you release something, we know that Lyte has evolved. Okay.
Mhm.
What can we expect from this project 101? Because I saw the photo with the Chi-Chi's. Not many know. Remember Chi-Chi's Mexican fried? Like you giving us some nostalgia.
Yeah, that's right. That was my first real job that I was, making my own money, that I bought my own stereo and had my own phone in my room so I didn't disturb anybody else with my phone calls. This album is all about gratitude. The latest single, "Thank You," with Mary Mary and Money Long, is a testament to that. Me having a really candid conversation with God and allowing the world to hear what it is that we say back and forth with one another when we speak. And I think the album has a lot of gems. It's a whole lot of truth. And
Yes.
so I'm hoping that within it, people will listen and be able to connect, not just my 50s and my 40s, but also
Yes.
my 30s and my 20s and my 60s. I think there's something in it for everyone.
Mhm.
And so I'm just excited to be at this day that I can actually say the record is coming out tomorrow.
Coming out tomorrow. Happy
Yes.
early birthday, MC Light. We love you. We're going to listen,
Thank you.
and I'm going to kick it over to Chanel.
Thank you so much, sis.
Thank you.
Hi, gorgeous. I'm so excited to talk to you on today. I mean, literally had your posters on my wall, Yo
Yeah.
MTV had the whole thing. I was so excited when Cyrus said the opportunity. So I just want to thank you for just being a trailblazer, a trendsetter, for doing so much, not just in the culture of hip hop, but just in women empowerment and opening doors and breaking glass ceilings. I hope the release tomorrow is phenomenal, that it goes above what you are expecting. You are amazing, and you just keep all of us, having that light to be able to shine and to look at. So I just want to wish you continued success. I do. I had to say that first.
I love
So
it.
now,
Thank you so much.
and now that I got that out the way, my question is, you've consistently been a trailblazer in spaces that few have ventured. How do you cultivate the resilience to keep pushing forward, even when you feel like you've seen those obstacles or those odds, come up against you?
Oh, that ain't nothing but the Lord. Just I have to release and let go. And I think whenever it is that we suffer is because we're struggling to be at ease with where we are in the current moment. And so for me, it's all about just relaxing in the moment that I'm in. And there are going to be things that I may want for myself that God is, that's not it, or that person's not it. That opportunity is not it. And so I could look at it simply as doors closing, or I can look at it as, what, God is telling me there's something better on the horizon. So in terms of resilience, I'm able to bounce back because I know that I have the power of the Lord with me. And that even in the blockades or the pitfalls or the high mountains, too high to get over at that moment, just means that he's preparing me for something else.
I love that. That is so impactful and inspiring. I know there are so many people who are listening who are just taking so much insight from that share. So thank you for being so transparent in it, just with your walk with God and where you're just moving and evolving. My next question is, as you've made just a lasting impression in the culture, what personal habits or principles or even mantras do you use to keep you inspired and just that have really pushed your drive and passion over the years?
Well, first off, I would say thank you for that question. I would say when you are, and this is hard to attain, stress-free, it allows you to be aware and in the moment. And I think so many gifts that God has for us are in the present moment, and we miss them because oftentimes we're somewhere, but we're dealing with something else back there or over there or distractions. And so, your greatest opportunity can be in the room, but if you're not aware and if you're not present, it's a good chance that that you might miss it. One of my mantras is everyone wants to help, because a lot of us in our work fields are in a kind of dog eat dog type of circumstance. And, some people have no morals or ethics. They'll do whatever to get on top. And if that means stepping on you, they'll do it. And what happens is, specifically coming from New York City, we're very skeptical. And so I had to shed, the thought that someone is trying to get over, or someone is trying to pull a fast one, because so many times in New York they are. Many times over, they're too slick for themselves. But what I've done is I've put a mantra in that everyone wants to help. Everyone wants to help. Everyone wants to help. And throughout the years, what becomes prevalent or more magnified is people that want to help. And then that's a great thing, because even if it's not help me, but it's just to help, period, then we all can come together because we're like-minded people who are of service.
Wow, that is so impactful. I want to say, Gorgeous, that I just salute you. I am wishing you nothing but continued success. I can't wait, because I'm definitely going to be picking up the album tomorrow. So it was just a pleasure connecting with you. And I'm going to turn it over to my girl, Kate.
Thank you so much, Chanel.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hey, what's going on, Kate?
Nothing's going on. I'm beautiful. Listen, let me say I'm a fan. Let me get that out the way. Just like everyone else. I've been riding around playing Thank You all week for my boys, because they need to hear it.
That's right.
Sending the song out to everyone. And I love your music. I've listened to your music growing up. So I absolutely love it. And I also love the fact that you do a lot in empowering women. So I wanted to get off into the questions that I have for you. And my first question is, what advice would you give women who are struggling to use their voices, not just in the music field, but those that are in any field that face resistance or doubt?
Oh, goodness. Well, I would imagine you would face doubt if you were fearful of using your voice. I think what probably needs to happen is to get more connected to what it is that you believe. Because once you are really solidified in what it is that you believe, you will have no problem using your voice. And so, yeah, it's probably about getting more connected to who you are inside, and how it is that you feel about certain things. I don't know this firsthand, but I've always heard that when women have children, when women have husbands, they're committed to their families. Oftentimes, they're thinking so much about how to make life for everyone else better that they forget what it is that truly satiates them. So I would say to get in touch with what it is that you like, what you dislike, what you want more of, what you want less of, what you won't stand for, what it is that gets you excited, all of the things that make you who you are. And this way you're standing on some concrete, so that when you use your voice, it's coming from a place of knowing and not just thinking.
I love that. You just helped me. I do a lot of empowerment. I do a lot of giving back. And that helped me because I was one of the ones who was afraid to use her voice in the past. Now I trust God first and foremost. So keeping on with the empowerment, I wanted to ask you another question. How do you use your platform to empower women today in the hip hop world?
Oh, goodness. Well, any given day, I can speak to Rhapsody, to Tierra Whack, Lady London, Latifah. The pendulum swings. It just depends on the day. But just being an open book, and being able to give advice for, times when they need it. And then also, I think me being an example of what it is that I say I am. If I say that I'm truthful, if I say that I'm open to help and to be of service, then I need to show that. And so that's great for them to be able to experience when dealing with me, talking, about new female MCs, or just female MCs in general.
I love that. Thank you for that. It has been a great conversation with you today. And again, I'm a true fan, and I'm going to turn it right on back over to Cyrus.
Thank you so much, Kate.
Thank you for that, Kate. And I want to say for those who are just tuning in, welcome. You're watching Cyrus Webb and Friends here on Amazon Live. I see you guys already getting the singles Thank You and King King and the other music that's there on Amazon as well. We're speaking to the one and only MC Lyte today. You just heard there from my friends, Tanya White, Chanel Coleman Wesley, and Kate Thurman. They've been talking to MC Lyte not only about her journey, but also, of course, about this new album. We appreciate all the comments coming in as well. MC Lyte, I'm excited to be able to wrap this up with you by asking you a few questions. As I mentioned, I first met you my very first trip to Los Angeles in 2016. There you were honoring two individuals, Kelly Price and Estelle. Giving back, it just seems to be a part of who you are. But I'm curious for you with this album, One of One. What do you hope your audience and even new fans realize about who you are and also, what you represent when it comes to yourself as a person as well as an artist?
Well, I hope that they're able to see growth, not just to see the growth that has happened throughout the years for me, but also for them to know to grow should be expected, for them to change throughout times, for them to be able to change their point of view on something, or change the direction of where they're headed, or a career path, or how it is that they've decided to rear their family. All of these things can be made to go in the best of directions. I hope that this record, with seeing my growth, that they understand that my connection with God is even stronger than it's ever been. And I hope that it continues and that it becomes deepened and strengthened through time and through my commitment to God. And for those who may have come across the word Christ, to maybe have a little bit more interest in who God is and how it is that they can become more connected and more forgiving of the things that may have happened in their lives to them, the things that they have done to others, but that there's always a time for a clean slate. There's always a way that you can start over. So I hope that they're able to pick up a lot of the gems that I dropped, Cyrus.
Yeah, I definitely think they will. You had posted on Instagram, Lyte, on August 24th. I'm going to pin it for our audience there. That music is a labor of your love, you said. What has that been like for you to think about what music has done for you? We know when we heard there from my friends about what your music has done for them. What has it been like for you to reflect on what music has done in helping you become the person you are today?
Oh, goodness. Well, first off, music for me, by me, has just been a blessing. Hip hop in itself, it was as if God just blew down a blessing for the disenfranchised communities, and we were able to do something with it that has really sustained us and our families. It's helped us start businesses and put people to work, which I think is of the utmost importance, that we are able to feed ourselves and clothe ourselves with this wonderful creation of hip hop. As it relates to other people's music, it meant everything. I grew up listening to Tina Marie and D Train and Earth, Wind and Fire and Isley Brothers and Al Green and Lionel Richie, the Commodores, James Taylor, everything hip hop. Like, all of it mattered because it all made for the tapestry of my life and my childhood. And so it was very inspiring and still helps me today.
Well, we're excited about the new project, MC Lyte. So glad we had a chance to speak with you today. Last question I want to ask you. When it comes to One of one thing that definitely comes across is your embracing of who you are as a gift. What do you hope others, especially women, realize about, not comparing themselves to others, to realize that they also can be one of one and embrace themselves as an individual?
Yeah, the interesting thing about that title is it's not just for me. It is me and for everyone else. God has made all of us individuals. visuals. And I think that's really important for people to know. And honestly, at any age, sometimes we can lose our way with thinking that we need to duplicate something that someone else is. And I hope that this shows people that the world wants your gifts as God has given them to you, not as you make them like someone else's or as you become a replica of what it is that you see. Be yourself, period.
Such a great message. Again, everyone, the one and only MC Lyte, One of One, is out officially September the 20th. Make sure you guys go ahead and pre-save for yourself. I want to thank my friends Tanya White, Chanel Coleman Wesley, and Kate Thurman for being with us. MC Lyte, congratulations to you again, and looking forward to our next chat together.
Thank you, thank you, thank you for the platform. I appreciate you. I appreciate all the ladies and the love. Thank you. It means a whole lot to me right here in this heart of mine. And I look forward to seeing you all very, very soon. Thank you, Cyrus.
More than welcome. And we thank your audience for tuning in to this episode of Cyrus Webb and Friends. Until next time, you all make it a great one. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.
God bless.
Bye.